Hi, everybody. Welcome to Visual Communication and Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one. Hope everybody had a great week. I'm excited to have y'all here. Hope the weekend's been going well. If there are any questions about the lecture or anything, please let me know. The recording should be up there. They should also be on the schedule and anything that's located in Teams. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So let's begin. So I talked about sensory visuals and the first response type that we were going to be focusing on, which is sensory responses that focus on color, senses, like in touch, sight, smell, hearing, and also in taste. Those visuals usually trigger those images based upon stuff that's used in color, used in layout and organization, aesthetics, but they also can be used in lines as well. And it's really interesting that lines and how they're built and the different types of lines that can be used can really help emphasize emotions or emphasize response types based upon how those visuals are built and how those lines are built. So let's talk about this a little bit. So communicating with lines. Line is really one of the basic forms of visual communication. Lines direct the flow of content. They divide space. They also have an emphasis on a specific area. Each type of line represents a different kind of mood or a type of sense in a lot of ways. So obviously when you take a look at like big, bold lines, they can kind of give you a little bit of a different understanding or a different feeling compared to regular lines, or lighter lines or curved lines, for example. So let's take a look at some of these lines and see how they kind of play a difference in it. So straight lines are really interesting. Just regular straight lines that are organized in a very consistent path give the impression of strictness and rigidity. Not only that, companies tend to use straight lines to showcase organization and reliability. They showcase their professionalism a lot of times. Technically, traditional formats or stuff that has a lot of like templating or a lot of consistency, we tend to see straight lines being used constantly and how they're kind of positioned as well. We tend to also see a lot of very aesthetically pleasing images with straight lines where we tend to see symmetrical aspects, not asymmetrical, but a lot of symmetrical balance. Now, not only have straight lines, we also have curved lines. These tend to show playfulness and grace. These lines are a little bit more flexible. Groups and companies use these to show security or to put viewers at ease a lot of times. So you tend to see this a lot with those curved lines. You see these a lot with entertainment companies. Curved lines to showcase some funness and playfulness and put the viewer at ease because they don't have to feel like they live in this straight boxed area where everything's kind of tied apart. So that really matters in a lot of different elements. So yeah, curved lines definitely showcase a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Now there's diagonal lines. Diagonal lines tend to be pleasant and stimulating to the eye. They help direct the viewer's eyes. Using too many can cause confusion and tension and used to promote exciting events. Thick dark lines. You tend to see diagonal lines used for directional visuals. They direct the flow of movement, but also they can really be aesthetically pleasing to look at. But if you look at them too close, or if there's a lot in the image, like this image, it can kind of be a little overwhelming on your eye structure a little bit. Then also you have thick dark lines. These are meant for boldness, used for confidence and strength. They're meant for groups to appear successful. You tend to see these a lot in like movie posters. What's another one? Like music concert posters. Anything that's very pumping up an event or something like that, you tend to see this. Or they're just very confident in their work and they know what they're producing a lot of times. You'll see a lot of thick, dark lines. Then there's also thin, light lines. They're meant for delicacy and gentleness. Much like regular lines, they can be consistent, but they're meant to showcase beauty without intimidation. You tend to see these a lot with like clothing companies, beautician areas, makeup. We tend to see thin, light lines really utilized to showcase not only just gentleness, but to showcase really softness and beauty all of itself. Unlike group lines, where group lines are meant to showcase exploration, they're used to show data easily, and companies tend to use these to showcase numbers or research a little bit more. Showcase data and also to showcase trust based upon the numbers a lot of times. That's where you'll see a lot of group lines and how they play a part. But yeah, these are just some examples of how lines are utilized. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. But other than that, this should help you out understand like how certain lines can kind of trigger certain responses and emotions based upon the line structure and the line type and the weight. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So all right, cool. Other than that, that's all I got. Keep in mind you do have your reply post due today and your initial post. Now note, this is just for week 1, okay? So if you tend to, if you do the same thing next week, your assignment's going to be 4 days late. So please, for your initial post. So please make sure that this week your initial post and reply posts are due on Saturday. But for next week, your initial post is going to be due on Tuesday night. And then your reply post is on Saturday as always. That's pretty much it. All right, cool. And then you have your written assignment due on Sunday. Don't forget to do your live lecture. If you have any questions, refer to the lecture. That should explain everything. Other than that, that's all I got. So be safe, have fun, enjoy. Hope your weekend's awesome. Keep an eye out for my announcements on Monday morning. I am for the new rubrics, and that's pretty much it. All right, everybody, take it easy. Thank you for being awesome. See you later. Bye-bye.